Flanders System. This is an analysis of teaching behaviors, okay, by Nat Gage, Gage. Right. So take a look at what teaching behaviors. Of course, it's divided into teacher talk and also student talk. For teacher talk, teacher is trying to assert direct influence or indirect influence, right? So let's take a look at student talk first. Talk in response to teacher, for example, answering what teacher's question, right? Talk initiated by student, well, like to express opinion or ask question, right? So here, the talk is initiated by what? By the student. Okay? Here, the talk is in response to what? To the teacher's question. Okay? Silence or confusion. So here, the observation is that what? Well, we see what? Pauses, okay? Short periods of silence, periods of confusion in which what communication cannot be understood by the observer. Of course, all this here done by what? By observers, okay, to come up with what? The analysis of what teaching behavior. All right, so these are what student talk. Take a look at teacher talk. Take a look at what direct influence first. Lecturing, of course, lecturing, giving what the teacher gives facts or opinions about content or a procedure, and the teacher express his or her own ideas, right? So that's lecturing. Giving directions, for example, what directions, commands, or orders that students are expected to comply with. Right? Number 3, criticizing or justifying authority. Well, teacher makes statements intended to change what students' behavior from unacceptable to acceptable pattern. So that is criticizing or justifying authority. Look at indirect influence. Indirect influence is also called what? It's also called the active approach. Okay, it's also called the active approach. By the way, here, direct influence is also called what? Direct instruction or explicit teaching by some other researchers. Okay, so here it is also called what? Active approach. All right, accept feelings. Okay, the teacher accepts what? Feelings in unthreatening manner. The feelings, what may be positive or negative, maybe what predicting or recalling, that type of thing. Right? So you just simply accept feeling. Praises or encourages. So the teacher praises or encourages what students' action or behaviors. For example, how to do that? Nodding head, or the teacher says, or go on, just to encourage, okay? Accepts or uses ideas of students. So that is to say here, clarifies, builds, or develop ideas suggested by a student. So in this way here, the student likes it, okay? Because what here, here it is what accentuate positive, is that right? Accept or use as ideas. So you accentuate the positive. Ask questions. Ask question the teacher. Ask questions about content or procedure with the intent that the student answers, right? So all these are what categorized as indirect influence. Now, direct approach works better with elementary students. Remember elementary, most of them was 7-11 concrete operational stage, right? So they want, they like what? They like concrete ideas, okay? They like what? They like what? Direct one, influence. Now, by that what here, like what? Direct approach works better. So what does it mean? So that means what? In the neighborhood of, say, 60% of the time, what with direct influence, but 40% of the time indirect influence. Okay, the teacher cannot just stay with direct influence all the time. Okay, so 60-40. All right, but then indirect approach works better with secondary and college students. 60% here, 40% here. Why? Because what? That what? All these students here, they are what they have attained, what they are in the what PHA what stage 4, formal operational stage. Right? So they can work better with one indirect one influence, right? So that's one. So indirect influence or active approach. Okay, so that is what that is better with secondary and college students. So that's Flanders system. Okay, an analysis of teaching behaviors. Okay, good. Thank you.